Arsenal 5, Crystal Palace FC 0. And that is exactly what the doctor ordered for Arsenal Football Club, man. It's been 2 weeks without any sort of footballing action regarding Arsenal. And we come back from our Dubai trip with a resounding 5-0 victory. And a well-deserved 5-0 victory as well. But look, I do want to say one thing for an absolute fact. I will, of course, review the whole game. I think overall, happy. Still improvements to be made because make no mistake about it. If you see 5-0, you probably think, oh, wow, that's a 10 out of 10 performance. Nothing to really change. Clean sheet, 5 goals. I do think there are still improvement points regarding Arsenal, but the overall thought is exactly what we needed, man. 3 losses in a row, got the win back. The only bad news now is we've got another 10 days till we play again. I would have loved to play again on like Wednesday or something, like carry the momentum forward. But look, it is what it is. We've got a nice 10-day rest again before we play Forest on Tuesday, not this Tuesday, Tuesday after. And it's good feel-good factor around the club. And I always like playing early if you win, because then feet up, you get to watch the rest of the teams play. Obviously, Man City and them lot played last week, but Liverpool will be playing tomorrow, I do believe, against Bournemouth, if I'm not mistaken. So that'll be an interesting one there to see how Liverpool, if they're able to win their away form's been sketchy this season. But we got our business done, and that's the main thing. And make no mistake about it, guys. I know Crystal Palace haven't exactly been on top form recently, but they're still a very good side, Palace. I genuinely believe they're a very, very good side. And look, I know that Roy Hodgson obviously is facing a tough time there, but it's a team that's drawn to Man City away from home this season. This is a team that was 10 minutes away from getting something against Liverpool this season. Palace are not a bad team whatsoever, and I thought we made light work of them, to be fair. I thought we really did. I thought we did very, very well in this game, especially the second half. I do want to touch upon that because I thought the first half, guys, yeah, we were 2-0 up, but it was like a fake 2-0 in many ways, and I'm not taking anything away from us, but both our goals came from set pieces. Other than the set pieces, what did we really do in that first half? I didn't really see us do anything. A lot of it was static and sideways and no penetrating passes down the middle. I love Declan Rice to bits, but I tweeted out during the game, Declan Rice wasn't making enough forward passes. Every time he was getting the ball, it was backwards or sideways. I wanted more forward penetrating passes in that first half. But one thing's for an absolute fact. In that second half, we upped the intensity and I can take nothing away from the team. That second half was one of the best Premier League performances we've had this season. We were at them from minute 1 and just a little bit more intensity goes a long way. We scored 3 goals in that second half. Obviously, the last 2 were at the end of the game. Bit of like a Palace had given up by that point, lied down and died for us. But I thought our intensity was really good in that second half and we were generating clear-cut opportunities. Look at the goal that Trossard scored, guys. That was basically exactly what Liverpool do every single weekend. Ball gets from a Crystal Palace set piece, ball's in Raya's hands, rather than just lying on the ball or waiting, distribute it quickly and get on the front foot. And lo and behold, we score off the back of a fantastic interchanging move and Trossard gets the goal. That's the type of football I'm after. And in that second half as well, guys, we were actually shooting. So many times in the first half, we were passing the ball around from left to right and into dangerous areas. But no one wanted to take the responsibility of shooting. I couldn't believe it. How many times are we going to have the ball in and around the box and we just want to make one more pass rather than putting our foot through it? In that second half, I felt like we were much more inclined to shoot in dangerous areas, which for me is exactly what we need as well, guys. Because, look, you don't shoot, you don't score. And if you look at the match stats today, Arsenal did have 25 or 30 shots, but we were in dangerous areas. And that's the main thing, having good quality chances, not good quantity of chances. That's what I always say. That first half, there was 2 chances we scored, and they were both like, let's be honest, headers. Other than that, we created nothing. Whereas in the second half, we created good quality chances. The Trossard goal, a couple chances after that as well. Saka had a few chances. Erdogan had a few chances. Do you get what I mean? So I like that. Zinchenko, Jesus had a few chances. That's what I want to see us do more of. Like I said, the only bad news now is, off the back of that, we've got another 10 days till we play again. Like, obviously, off the back of the last 3 games, you wanted the rest because it was so bad. It was toxic. It was a bit of a crisis around the football club. We needed some time away. We went off to Dubai, corrected a few things, had a bit of a good feel-good factor around the club, galvanized the squad a little bit. Then we came back today and came with a point to prove. Now, off the back of this 5-0 victory, we've got momentum now. We've got wind under our sails. So we want to play again as soon as possible. Unfortunately, we've got to wait 10 days now. But that Forest game can't come quick enough. I can't wait for it now. We've got a bit of our momentum back. And look, I'm not saying that it's changed my opinion necessarily on us being the favourites to win the Premier League, because I don't think we are the favourites to win the Premier League. And I think especially with De Bruyne back at Man City, they're the favourites to win the Premier League this season. But one thing it's definitely done right now is it's given me a bit more confidence in our team again. Because I lacked a little bit of confidence with us. I can't lie to you guys. I don't want to be a reactive fan, but off the back of those 3 defeats, the Liverpool one in the FA Cup and, of course, Fulham and West Ham, I lost a lot of confidence in this Arsenal team. I genuinely did, guys. And I'm not alone in saying that. I don't think I lost confidence in the manager in that respect, because I've always had the same opinion on Arteta. I think he's a fantastic manager, but I'm still waiting for him to win a notable trophy for me to extend his contract. But I lacked confidence that this team can win in the key moments. And I lack confidence that this team has real fighters and strong-minded personnel, because a weak-minded team is one that loses back-to-back-to-back games. Do you get what I mean? Like, any strong-minded team would lose a game, then bounce back instantly in their next one. Arsenal lost to West Ham and then lost to Fulham, lost to Liverpool. Suddenly it went from 1 loss to 3 losses in a row, and it's looking like crisis around the football club. What we need to do is just get wins. Arsenal are very good at winning games consistently, but as soon as we drop points, we always like to drop points consistently as well, and that's the problem. You can't go in ruts, and I feel like Arsenal would enter the rut. Now, if it happens to every team and our ones happens, fine. I don't think any team's going to go this season without going through some sort of bad patch. But let's just hope we're out of it now. That's the main thing. And look, we scored 5 goals today, so many will say that the attack is back. I still felt we missed some key chances, to be honest, and take away the 2 penalties, and let's be real, the last 2 goals, which were fluky as hell. Not fluky, but you get what I mean? Palace, like, lied down and died by them. The game was over. We created 1 really good goal through Trossard, to be honest. And the other ones I thought were more just us taking advantage of what Palace gave us rather than actually creating something. I'm still waiting to see an Arsenal team really break down a low block like I really want to see us do. But look, I can't complain one bit. It's a 5-0 victory. Second half was much better than the first half. And I'm delighted. I'm delighted overall, man. I'm interested to see what happens, though, in the last 10 days of the window. Because the next time Arsenal play, it'll be the 30th of January. And at that point, the transfer window is basically done. Are we going to sign anyone? It's not looking likely. I've heard reports that West Ham are wanting to sign Emile Smith-Rowe, and Arteta's rejected it. Emile Smith-Rowe came off the bench today, and I like the fact he came off the bench, actually. I thought Smith-Rowe had some decent cameo off the bench. And look, guys, Smith-Rowe's not good enough to start for Arsenal. I think we can all agree in saying that. In our strongest team, Smith-Rowe doesn't start. But he's definitely not bad enough to not get minutes in this football team. He deserves minutes. And if you look at Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool, right, he rotates an awful lot. Curtis Jones will play some games. Harvey Elliott will play some games. Gravenberch will play some games. Szoboszlai, etc. There's a lot of rotation, so everyone gets involved. Mikel Arteta has a starting team and doesn't really rotate. Yes, Trossard or Martinelli will play some games, but that's really it. It's set in stone, the rest of the team. So I feel like Smith-Rowe needs to get more minutes. And I like the fact he made the subs. I would have done it slightly earlier. I would have given Smith-Rowe 35, 30 minutes off the bench, to be honest with you guys. As soon as it turned 3-0, I would have got a lot of the subs on the pitch, personally. But I can't complain too much, to be honest with you guys, because, look, he still made the subs. We obviously got players like Nketiah on as well, etc. And I'm delighted with how it went overall. Delighted. I'm just hoping Gabriel Magalhaes's injury isn't a big one, because if that's the case, that's a bit of a stinker. But it looked like it was just like he tweaked something rather than actually a long-term strain or like a rupture or something like that. Hopefully it's not anything to do to that extent. That's the main thing. But yeah, delighted with how it went overall. Let's get into some of your comments. And as always, if you're on your own here, make sure you subscribe down below on my road to 6,000 subscribers if you love keeping up to date with Premier League and Arsenal match reactions and transfer news. Mali, I appreciate you on the stream, my friend. Afternoon, Dennis. Well, we've won, and we won in convincing fashion, to be fair. Really good result. And look, guys, I know many will say, oh, it was Palace. It's not exactly Tottenham or Liverpool, but you only can beat what's in front of you. And Palace are no scrubs. We've got a poor record against Palace. That's for an absolute fact. And Palace have drawn against Man City this season. Like I said, we're 20 minutes away from getting something against Liverpool as well in their game a few weeks ago. They're no scrubs, Crystal Palace. I'll tell you that for an absolute fact. Well, nice for Arsenal fans, but watching that was a waste of my time. Palace were absolutely a bad team today. Appreciate you on the stream, my friend Jeff. And yeah, I agree with you. Palace really brought nothing to the party, to be honest with you guys. I think they just sat back. I mean, you saw their game plan from minute 1 for Crystal Palace. On this channel, I do like to commend the opposition. And if I felt they've had a good game or set up perfectly, I'll say that. Palace today, you could see what they were doing from minute 1, man. Sat back, 5 at the back, and just try and just contain Arsenal. And once they went 1-0 down or 2-0 down, they didn't really know how to bounce back from it. They didn't exactly have a plan B there. I thought Eze was dangerous to an extent, but I didn't see enough quality from this Palace team to think, wow, that's a really good outfit there. So they didn't really play to their strengths. And the most annoying thing for Roy Hodgson and Palace will be that they conceded from set pieces. It's not like they conceded from Arsenal cutting them open. It was quite literally set pieces. So that will really irritate Roy Hodgson, to be honest with you guys. But look, that's part of being a manager. You got to set up your teams in other ways. The thing for me as an Arsenal fan is we're doing very well from set pieces. I want to see us score more from open play. That's my thing. From set pieces, I feel confident in us. Every time we get a corner, I feel confident we're going to put the ball in the back in there. But other than that, I want us to get more goals from open play. That's the main thing. Also, Declan Rice on corners. We got the first goal from a Declan Rice set piece. I'll be real. When he went up for the set piece, I was thinking, what's going on? Why is Declan Rice taking it? He should be in the box. But boy, did it work out. And he taught Martinelli, Trossard, and Odegaard how to take a corner there. He genuinely did, because that was one of the best set pieces we've had this season. Right on the money for Gabriel to nod into the back end there. But yeah, delighted overall, man. Surprise, it's Palace. Let's not get carried away. Of course, not a time to get carried away, but it's positive signs, and that's the main thing. We've got to win. And look, when you've lost 3 games in a row, you just need the win. Even if it's a 1-0, 2-0 victory, you take it. And the fact that it's a 5-0 resounding victory, that's even better in my eyes. We still need to improve up front and midfield. I agree. I do want to make a point about Declan Rice, actually, because I do think I've been a massive fan of Declan Rice this season, but I do want to make a point about Declan Rice. We really miss Thomas Partey. We really do. And not that Declan Rice isn't a good defensive midfielder, because I've said many times, Declan Rice is a world-class defensive midfielder. And he's one of the very few players in that position that is elite top-tier level. But one thing Thomas Partey gave us last season that Declan Rice lacks is a bit more of a risk taker and dynamic in his ball progression. Declan Rice doesn't progress the ball quick enough. Watch the game back if you haven't already. How many times has Declan Rice received the ball from the centre-backs or goalkeeper, and his first thought is pass diagonally or backwards? Whereas last season with Thomas Partey, his first thought was turn on the half turn and play it forward into Odegaard, Sancar, Martinelli, etc. Jesus. I don't see that from Declan Rice. He's not risky enough. And I'm not saying he has to every time make risks, because he's in his own third at the end of the day. But sometimes take a risk, Declan Rice. Turn on the half turn and play forward. Break the lines. He was doing it so often in the first half of the season. He was breaking the lines from midfield. Second half of the season, he's not really doing that. He's not really progressing the ball from deep like he has been doing. And progressing the ball doesn't exactly mean running. It can mean passing as well. I feel like we're too static. I felt with Arsenal, certainly in the last 2 or 3 months, we've got 2 halves of the team, it feels like. We've got the defensive unit with the back 4 goalkeeper and Declan Rice. Then we've got the attacking unit with Odegaard, Havertz, and the front 3. And there's a gap. Whereas last season, Partey was that link man and Xhaka was that link man. It was the back 4 and then Partey and then Xhaka was like that link man to bring between the two, between them and the attackers. I feel like Rice would be much better in that Xhaka position. So when Partey's back into the team, if he can stay fit, and knock wood he stays fit, man, because Uncle Partey is a big, big factor for us this season, guys. If we have Uncle Partey in this midfield, we elevate as a team tenfold. Tenfold we elevate as a team, guys. So if he's in the team, that means that we can actually have a player that can break the lines. Rice can play in that Xhaka position and be a link man. Suddenly we go from a team that's not really clicking right now to a team that's going to look a lot more seamless. That's my thought process on it. So yeah, I do think, guys, that in certain positions we need to break the lines quicker and move and progress the ball quickly. Look at our goal from Trossard today. Quick ball from David Raya. He got the ball from a set piece and straight away outlet. As fast as he could outlet out to Gabriel Jesus, it's a 2-on-1. I like that. I see that so often happen with Alisson at Liverpool. Raya can do the same thing. So I love the fact he tried to play the ball quickly off the back of a Crystal Palace set piece, man. And we need to do that more often. We need to move this ball quickly, because when the ball moves quickly, good things happen. The ball will always move quicker than the man, guys. I know it's cliche, but it's true. The ball will always move quicker than the man. So get that ball moving as fast as you can. And when we play quickly, we look dangerous. Now, other points as well, we still need to brush up on our final third, decision-making and finishing. So there were certain moments in this game where we were in the final third, especially in the corners. That's what I'm looking at. When the ball went out wide to Sancar, Trossard / Martinelli, what do we do from those areas? Too many times we weren't clinical enough. We weren't clinical enough from those areas. I want to see us either put a ball in the box or lay it to the edge of the box, and either Odegaard, Rice, or Smith-Rowe or Havertz wraps it from the edge of the box and takes a shot. Too many times the ball's getting recycled from wide areas, and we weren't being dangerous enough. We weren't being clinical enough from those areas. Look, guys, I'm not saying that I wanted more goals than 5, because 5-0 is plenty. But if you actually evaluate the game and the chances we scored versus the chances we should have scored from, we scored goals. We maximized output from set pieces and counterattacks. But in terms of actually breaking down Crystal Palace, we didn't score enough goals from that method of play. And at the end of the day, right, guys, when teams come to the Emirates especially, they're going to sit back and defend, because they understand they can't go tit for tat with Arsenal. Arsenal's best performances at home this season has come in the Champions League, when teams like PSV, what's that team then? The French team, Lens and Sevilla come to play football. When they come to play football, we tear them to shreds, because we're a better football team than 99% of the teams in this world. But when teams come and sit back and defend, that's when we've got a problem, because we still lack that real clinicality to break a team open. We need that final end product and decision making. That it will come. I do think it will come, but it would be shortcut if we had a real good striker up front, guys. A real good striker, because Jesus was good today. I really do think Jesus had a good game. But one thing with Jesus, right? I think Arteta's been telling him over the Dubai period, stay up front more. Jesus was actually coming into midfield less often this game. Did anyone else notice that? I noticed this game, Jesus was actually staying up front more. Normally, Gabriel Jesus is everywhere. He's left wing, right wing, midfield, etc. Whereas this game, he was more up front, and he was actually getting offsides more often because of that. He kept getting offside. But I think Arteta has told Jesus, look, we want you up front, my friend. We want you to stay up front. Let the midfield do their work. You're making it too claustrophobic in the middle of the park. We want you to stay up front. So I do think that was something Arteta has told Jesus. I thought he had a decent game, to be fair. He was making some good runs. And I also think Nketiah off the bench had a good game as well. Guys, watch back the highlights after this if you haven't already. Look at the Martinelli second goal for an absolute fact. Nketiah faked inside, drew the defender forward, and then Martinelli running behind. That's a high IQ play from Eddie Nketiah right there. So yeah, I thought Nketiah was good off the bench as well. I'm happy we won, but this is papering over the cracks. I don't think it's papering over the cracks. I think that's a little bit harsh. But I do agree that it's not us like completely going out of a crisis. This game hasn't changed me in thinking, oh my God, Arsenal now favourites to win the title. Make no mistake about it. But it has given me more confidence in the team that we've got our team back in many ways. Because look, guys, last season, in my opinion, we were the best team in the Premier League in terms of entertainment. Man City were a better team than us, but in terms of entertainment, we were the best team in the Premier League. Our football was superb, and that's going forward. I think we just lacked defensively. That was our problem in the second half of the season when Sleeper went down injured. So having just lost Granit Xhaka, your team doesn't catastrophically decrease in offensive output. That just doesn't happen. You don't just turn bad overnight. This isn't Space Jam where all your powers get sucked out of you. So something's happened. Confidence has gone. Tactics has changed. I'm not too sure. Maybe a combination of both factors. But we just don't turn bad overnight. So it will come. The confidence will come back. The quality will come back. Look, Martinelli scored 2 goals today, man. And he took both finishes very well. Very, very well. Carbon copy goals, but that's straight off the training ground, man. Right foot just planted in the corner. So I'm liking what I'm seeing, to be fair, from that aspect. And let's just hope we move forward with it. Like I said, before the game, anyone that watched my preview on the channel, we had Crystal Palace, Forest away, Liverpool, and then West Ham United in our next 4 Premier League matches. We need to win all 4 of them. We've won the first one today, win the next 3. If we win all 4 of those games, we're back on the front foot in my eyes. That's how I'm seeing it. So, guys, let's just hope we win our next game. That's the main thing. And if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe down below. My road to 6,000 subscribers. We need to be more compact. I thought we were good defensively today, to be fair. Like, we kept Crystal Palace to nothing. Absolutely nothing. It was more going forward. That was the problem in my eyes in the first half. And second half, we actually corrected that really well. Maybe going away for a week helped. Yeah, I think it did. Look, Arsenal, whenever we go to Dubai, we come back and we actually look okay off the back of it because we normally go to Dubai during the winter break. And it's good, a bit of warm weather training. It's like a team building activity, you know, like corporate away days. That's what it feels like a little bit. Just like help galvanize a squad. We're on a bit of a bad form, right? So that's the best thing as well. There's nothing better than going on like a 2-week hiatus on a trip away from home, obviously, then coming back and winning your first game back. Because if we had lost today or drawn today, then it makes it even worse. Then you're like, oh my God, we're back into the old spell again. Suddenly you've got PTSD from before the trip. We've won. It's like a brand new team again coming out for the second half of the season. So yeah, it's like just reset. It's a reset button. That's the main thing. And try to create more chances. Yeah, I do think we need more chances, to be fair. Like if I look at the match stats for Arsenal, we end up having 21 shots, 6 on target. Now, the 21 shots is fine, but 6 on target, we should be looking to have more, at least 10 shots on target in my eyes. 10 days break is good enough for me. I agree. As Champions League is creeping up in Liverpool on the 3rd of February. Yeah, so we need to take form. Guys, look at Man City last season, yeah? They were bad until about February/March. They hit flow state about March. March, April, May, and then June, Man City for about 3.5 months hit flow state where they were just on fire. Arsenal need to do the same thing now. We've had a bit of a patchy start to the season. I think the performances have been average, but the football at times, but the results have been okay. Now we need to start to hit form. We need to start to hit flow state because Man City are going to start to hit form and Liverpool look like they're hitting form. Arsenal need to do the same thing. We're not in pole position, but we're in a good position where we can catch up to the top teams. And that's the main thing. So let's keep pushing forward and hopefully we can get something from this season. We aren't buying anything. Look, I don't know if we're going to buy anyone either, but I think we need to. More than anything, just to give us a bit of an injection and squad. That's the main thing for me. Regardless of whether we need them for the actual need players to plug the position. So I think we do need a striker, a midfielder, and backup centre-back. We need someone more than anything to give us a bit more confidence. Like, look at when Liverpool signed Diaz. It added a new confidence around the squad. It was like an injection in the team. Do you get what I mean? So I think we need someone like that for an absolute fact. We need a fighter as well in this team, guys. Now look at Ivan Toney. Once again, he's come out and said that he wants to move to a big team. He wants someone to pay the money for him. He's given as many signals as you want. that he wants a team to come out and try and buy him. I want a fighter, man. I want a fighter in this team, and I want a real bagsman up front. Because, guys, look, when you sign a top player, not only does it improve the squad, other teams look and go, wow, Arsenal just signed Ivan Toney. Wow, Arsenal just signed Victor Osimhen. Or do you get what I mean? Like, other teams take note of the transfers you make. Mikel's too rigid. He's not a tactician. I disagree with that. He is a tactical manager, but I agree with that also he's a bit rigid and stubborn at times. But look, I don't have a problem with Arteta right now, man. I think give him the season. Give him the season. Many that are saying Arteta out is too premature. That one felt good, man. Appreciate joining the stream, my friend RD12, as always. I know he isn't a fan favorite yet, but David Raya put in his best performance in an Arsenal shirt. I agree with you with that one, actually. Very good point. I agree with you 100%. I thought that Raya had a fantastic performance today. Fantastic performance in goal. And his distribution was good as well. The first half, he was getting the ball from distribution, right? And just like, he was getting the ball from set pieces and like crosses and stuff and just kind of sitting on it. Second half, he was quick with the distribution, man. A few times, as soon as he got that ball from a Crystal Palace cross or shot, he was quick to outlet it as soon as he could. So I like that from David Raya, man. Progress that ball quickly. Get him moving in the right direction. So yeah, really enjoyed David Raya's performance there. Gabriel's slowly become my favourite player at Arsenal. He's pretty much the frame of underrated. Yeah, I agree with you. I thought Gabriel's been very solid since he's joined us. I thought when he first joined us, he had a little bit of a bozo gene about him, but that seems to have been eradicated. And one thing Gabriel gave us is a presence from corners and set pieces, a real presence in there, man. He's a fighter in the team, bro. And that's one thing we need, because I think we lack a lot of fighters in this team. Gabriel, in my eyes, is a fighter. I feel like Ramsdale was a fighter when he was in the team as well, for example. But yeah, Gabriel's a fighter, bro. Like every set piece, he will fight for the ball. And I rate that from him, man. I always rate players like that. So yeah, I give Gabriel a heap of credit for doing that. And look, I think he scored the most goals from any centre-back since he's joined Arsenal. And that goes across any team. So yeah, I got to give him a heap of credit for that. I knew they would sit back, but usually when they do that, they are tough to score against. Not today. I doubt Rowe will be manager at Palace next match. Oh, wow, you think he's going to get sacked before the next match? That's crazy if that's the case. I don't think he'll be manager next season, but next match, that's a crazy thing to say. Look, I think Roy Hodgson's game plan in the first half worked, but when he can see the set piece and can see two set pieces, that's when you really start to question the team. Then that's when you go, oh my days, like we're Crystal Palace, right? Like when you're a team that's defending as a low block and a physical team, the least place you expect to concede from is a set piece. Like if you get cut open from beautiful football, so be it. But a set piece, that'll really annoy Roy Hodgson. Although I'm most pleased this result for me does paper over the cracks, if we do win our next 3 games, there's good times ahead. Well, like I said, guys, I said it before and I'll say it again. Palace today, Forest in 10 days' time, Liverpool, and then West Ham United. Those 4 games in the Premier League are the important games. That's the litmus test. You win all 4, we're back on the right track. But if you lose any of those 4, then you're starting to think, okay, Arsenal's not exactly going to fight for the title this season. Partey coming back next game will be like adding curry sauce to your chippy. It's already class, but it's just got better. Well, look, let's hope he is back, man. Because Thomas Partey, that guy, bro, he teases us. He teases us big time. It's like I feel like he's coming back and then he just gets injured again. Like the guy's always, you see the training pics and you're getting excited. You're thinking, oh, Partey's back in the team. And then he pulls a muscle again. He's out for another 3 weeks. So until Partey is on the pitch playing football for 2-3 games in a row, I don't take the brother serious. That's my thoughts on it. But yeah, at the end of the day, man, what's the word? Availability is the best form of ability. Something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, the main thing is Partey is good when he's fit. The question mark is when he's fit. That's the problem. We're missing Partey big time, bro. Uncle Partey is our best ball progressing player in the team for a fact, man. Partey makes everyone else look good, and that's a really good player, bro. That's a sign of a really good player, guys. Like a good player is one that can make them look good, yeah. But a great player makes everyone else look good. Look at Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne is a fantastic player, but he's even better because when he's in the team, Alvarez looks better. Haaland looks better. Not Sterling, he's not there anymore. But you know what I mean? My man on the wings, Jack Grealish looks better. When De Bruyne is not in the team, other players don't look as good. That's a real catalyst in the team, guys. When you have a player like that, Partey in the team will make Odegaard look better. Will make the defense look better. I'm sure of it, man. We're missing him big time. Martinelli firing at the perfect time as well. But on the Palace side of things, I worry for them. I do worry for Palace as well a little bit because, to be fair, teams around the bottom are starting to hit form, man. Like Luton are starting to pick up points nowadays. Sheffield United as well. Burnley are starting to pick up some points. So, look, I think Palace will be fine this season, but you can't get too, what's the word? Like, you can't get too safe or too complacent there. Partey's always injured. Always, bro. Always injured, man. It's so annoying. I think he's missed 67 games since he's joined Arsenal. And at the end of the day, that's not good enough. That's nearly 2 seasons. It is 2 seasons, basically, bro. And it's not good enough, man. It's not good enough one bit from Partey. Only negative has to be Rice. I don't know if you noticed when he came off, he said to Smith Rowe, hammy. Oh, if he's injured. I don't know, man. Maybe if he is, but it could just be tweaking something. That's the main thing. But I agree with you. I hope he's not out for a long time because Rice is a top player. But yeah, he didn't look like he was like injured. So hopefully it was what's it called? Just like a hamstring strain, which would be like one or 2 weeks maximum. He's back for our next game against Forest. That's the main thing. Takoda, appreciate you on the stream, my friend. Manchester United is the best. Arsenal's bad. Don't know about that, my friend. I saw Man United last week and they were kind of average against Tottenham. I'm serious, but we'll see about that, man. We'll see about that. Let's see who finishes higher this season. United used to be good, past sense. Yeah, exactly. Used to be good. United are best at being crap. Yeah. Jesus is caused a lot of problems today. He did. I thought Jesus had a decent game. I don't think he was superb. And one thing about Jesus, right, is the brother needs to look at the offside. Because every single time he was offside today, man, it was annoying me. Like, how many times does one brother want to be offside? But one thing about Jesus I did notice is he was definitely playing much more further forward. Like when I watched him, obviously in the previous games for Arsenal, he's so deep. He's genuinely so deep. Whereas today he was playing much more further forward, man. I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed him when he was actually playing as a striker. Because when he plays for Arsenal recently, he's been playing everywhere but striker. He's been playing CDM, not CDM, but you know what I mean? Like left wing, right wing, into centre attacking mid. Whereas today, Arteta must have told him, just stay up front, bro. Like, stay up front. Link up play from up front. I felt like he did that today. So, yeah, I enjoyed Gabriel Jesus' performance today an awful lot. Trossard, although he got the goal, he needs to learn how to score when it's not Sancar assisting him. And today he's done that. Exactly. And look, he had a chance in the second half as well, where Gabriel Jesus pulled the ball back to him. And he had a sloppy finish, bro. For me, it was an easy chance, man. It was one where Saka got pulled down for a potential penalty by Will Hughes. That's the easy chance for Trossard. He's scuffed. But he got his goal, to be fair to him. And that's the main thing, right? Score is score. And he did that. I hope it does because I don't like losing. Yeah, bro, same, man. Smith Rowe had a really good cameo on when he came on as well. Yes, I agree. And look, we're going to need him, man. Because like I said, Smith Rowe isn't a starter, but he's definitely not bad enough to just sit on the bench. Like, he needs minutes in the team. And rotate him an awful lot, bro. Like, Arsenal needs, in my opinion, haven't got a good enough starting 11 in terms of why there's a clear differentiation from the starting 11 to subs to just play one team and that's it. We've got a lot of players that deserve minutes. You can't tell me that in the midfield, Havertz is much better than Emil Smith Rowe. If you think Havertz is better, some might say Smith Rowe is better. But everyone can agree that Havertz, as a central attacking midfielder, where Smith Rowe is playing as well, is not miles better than Smith Rowe. There's no way about it. He might be marginally better or vice versa. And when Smith Rowe came on the pitch, interestingly, Erdogan was dropping and playing more deeper as like a number 8, and Smith Rowe was playing as like a number 10, which is interesting because when Havertz was in the team, Erdogan was much further forwards, but it kind of changed. You get what I mean? Like, that was interesting to see when that happened. But yeah, look, I like Smith Rowe, man. I like him. Do I think he's an elite player? No. And I do think Arsenal fans overrate him a little bit. But he's not bad, man. He's not bad. But one thing's for an absolute fact, right? We're hearing reports that West Ham United want him. Arteta's come out and said that, no, we're not getting rid of Smith Rowe. Fine, if you don't want to get rid of Smith Rowe, fine. But play him then. Don't waste his career. Don't let him just sit on the bench for us. If you want to keep him, fine. But play him. Don't keep him just so West Ham can't buy him. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit harsh. Like the kid wants minutes. He deserves minutes. 3 seasons ago in the All or Nothing documentary, he was our best player. He was our best player like 2 seasons ago, man. So give him minutes, man. Like give the guy minutes. Kia Kabaki, Arsenal fans. Ivan Selector, appreciate you on the stream, my friend. Hope you're doing really, really well. Louis Newgen, appreciate you on the stream as well. Sorry, I don't know what that means. Psycho's a little bit better today, especially off the ball. He put in a great shift, but there's something missing. I just don't know what it is. I think it's that end product. I think he's lacking a little bit of confidence in terms of his striking. Look, when I watch Mo Salah on the right wing, guys, and when I watch Riyad Mahrez on the right wing as well for Man City back in the day, one thing they would give you from the right wing is they weren't afraid to shoot. Saka, too many times, at the start of the season, he was actually shooting more often. He gets the ball out wide. He doesn't shoot enough. He's trying to just like pass it backwards. I don't mind Saka shooting and missing. I don't mind it. I have faith in his ability. But take shots, man. Like you practice every day on the training grounds. Use it. Like take shots. Have chances on goal. Shoot more often, bro. Like Saka's a good player, man. I want him to take advantage and shoot more often. The guy, too many times, he's not shooting in dangerous areas. He's trying to pass the ball backwards or cross it in. We don't need a striker, bro. We need to see that Rice is not the guy. We just didn't get here with wild signings. We probably just need Chouameni type signing and have everyone fit. Here's the thing, Brian. We do need a striker. I do think we need a striker. It doesn't even have to be a striker. We just need an attacking goal scorer. If it's a left wing attacking goal scorer or a striker, I don't mind. We just need an attacking, like a player that can score goals up front, basically, whether it's a left wing striker or a right wing. Midfield wise, Rice is that guy. I just think he's going to be better in the Xhaka position personally. I think we do need a CDM. And if Partey's fit, it's Partey, but that's if Partey's fit. So I agree with you. We do need a proper DM signing like a Tchouaméni, Douglas Luiz, Zubimendi, you name it. Someone like a progress the ball from deep. Look, Tchouaméni would be a dream signing, guys. It would be a dream signing. Will Real Madrid get rid of him? I don't think so. Look, I don't know, but I don't think so. Real Madrid just stacked in midfield, though. They're stacked. And look, if they do want to sign Mbappe in summer, they will need to get rid of someone, I do believe. And they've got Modric there. They've got Cruz. They've got Arda Güler, my boy. I love him to bits. They've got Camavinga, obviously, Valverde. So they've got players there, man, Real Madrid. So Tchouaméni will find it hard to get minutes. If he wants to move to the Premier League, why not Arsenal go for him, bro? I'm a massive fan of Tchouaméni. Rice has been our best player this season, though. Yeah, him and Saliba have been top job in my eyes. I like what you said about Partey, bro. Not only is he good, he makes everyone better. This never gets said enough. Exactly, man. Exactly. And that's a massive, massive compliment. When you're being told that you make everyone else in the team look good, that's a big compliment, guys, man. Big compliment. I don't rate Jorginho still, but I must admit he's done really well this season whenever he stepped in. And look, that's Jorginho's role, guys. That's Jorginho's role. He's not going to set the world alight. The brother's like 32 now. Like, he's not there to be a starting CDM for a top team. He's just there that when he gets called upon, he does the basics well, and he's a calm presence. And he's provided that. Look, Jorginho this season, I've been happy with him, very proud of him. Because when he stepped in, he's done the job, and that's all I can ask of him. This is why we have to play Zinchenko in midfield, because that first goal came from his pass. Exactly, man. Exactly. Look, whether Zinchenko can be a midfield presence, I don't mind that. Look, for me, I still think Zinchenko should not start for us in our full strength team. But I thought he was okay today, Zinchenko, to be fair. Zinchenko had a really good game today. Yeah, I agree. I thought he played well today. I guess beating Palace at home isn't for everyone. Cough, Man City. Yeah, Man City will come back in blood, though, man. Don't you worry about that. But yeah, let's look at actually the stats for this game, guys. I've got it pulled up on the screen right now. Give me 1 second to show everyone. So, everyone should be able to see the stats on the screen right now, guys. Let me know if you can't. So, yeah, Arsenal, 21 shots, 6 on target, 61% of the ball. To Palace's 12 shots, 5 on target. And if you look at the table right now, Arsenal sitting third right now, guys. And here's the thing, right? Goal difference-wise doesn't really worry me, to be fair, because we're only 3 points off the pace with goal difference. And 5-0 was a good result to get our goal difference back up today. We've got a win, which is good. Now, unfortunately, we're looking at Liverpool tomorrow. If Liverpool lose tomorrow, it's wide open again. Because that means if we beat Liverpool at the Emirates, we're back on top of them, basically. That's how it goes. So the main thing for me is right now, guys, yeah, keep up the pace. We have a friendly fixtures. Like, I don't want to underestimate anyone, but you've got Forest away from home. If we look at Forest on the table right now, guys, Forest here, where are Forest? Where are Forest, man? I can't even see them. 15th. So they're one position beneath Crystal Palace. They've got a lot of players at AFCON as well. So that should be a game you're looking to win. After Forest, you've got Liverpool at home in the Premier League. They're top of the table. Then you've got West Ham. We need revenge on West Ham after they managed to beat, after they managed to beat us at the Emirates. So for me, we got to exert some revenge now. We got to hit form. Too many times we've had some bad performances this season. Now look at our fixtures right now, guys, yeah? So obviously we beat Palace 5-0 today. We've got Forest away, Liverpool at home, West Ham away, Burnley away. So look here, 3 away games, 1 home game on the next 4 fixtures. They're winnable games. Forest away is a winnable game. Liverpool's a tough game, but we need revenge because we lost them in the FA Cup. We need to beat them in the Premier League. Now, if I asked everyone here, if you lose them in the FA Cup but beat them in the Premier League, would you rather that or beat them in the FA Cup and lose to them in the Premier League? Everyone would have said, I'd rather beat them in the Premier League. So now's our opportunity. They beat us in the FA Cup. Let's revenge and beat them in the Premier League because we deserve to win that game. We were by far the better team. By far the better team against Liverpool. We threw it away. Threw that game away, man. So I want revenge. I want to beat Liverpool in 2-3 weeks' time. Then we've got West Ham United away. We need revenge there as well. We drew there last season, which was a bad result as well, guys. Then Burnley. Burnley should be a win. I don't care what anyone says. They're the worst team in the Premier League in my eyes. So then we're going to Champions League. That's when we've got Porto. Tough game away from home, but we need a win there. Newcastle, they're struggling recently, especially away from home. Then Sheffield United, which should be a win. And then Brentford. And then we move into March. And March is where it gets techie. You got Chelsea, Man City, Luton, Brighton, Aston Villa, and then Wolves and Tottenham. So this game from 16th of March onwards, when you play Chelsea to 27th of April, is tough games, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tough games in the Premier League. That will make or break our season right there. I genuinely think so. That will be the running that Sky Sports look at and go, yeah, this is where Arsenal drop points. So for me, I'll be real with you guys, yeah? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. let's not get ahead of ourselves. But we need to start picking up performances now. Performances and results right now. That's the main thing. For Crystal Palace, Eze is a baller, but it won't surprise me if they get relegated. I don't think they'll get relegated, but stranger things have happened, to be fair. We have a few weeks break until we play Forest on Tuesday. So we have a full week's break. Yes, we play them in 10 days' time on Tuesday. That's important for me in my eyes. Obviously get the team back in full flow. That's the main thing. But yeah, guys, let's look at the other fixtures this Premier League weekend as well. So if we look at the Premier League, we've got Brentford later today against Forest. That'll be Ivan Toney's first game back. Interesting one there. Then we've got Sheffield United against West Ham. Won't be watching that one. Then Bournemouth against Liverpool, which I will be watching. So yeah, interesting one that. I can't wait to watch Bournemouth versus Liverpool tomorrow. And hopefully Bournemouth gets something from that game. I'm not asking them to win, but just get something from that game. That's the main thing for me, if I look at it from that respect. And guys, by the way, actually, later today, I will be making a guest appearance on Never a Foul, the YouTube channel. Search up on YouTube, Never a Foul. Later today, about 8:30 p.m. The guy owner of the channel reached out to me. So I'm making a guest appearance on his channel about around 8:30 p.m. The live stream will start. So tune in there if you want to see more. We'll be talking about the Arsenal game there, I believe, as well. I forgot to make that announcement earlier. And if you're on your 100, by the way, make sure you do subscribe down below on my road to 6,000 subscribers. Fair play to Palace fans for waving the red flag. Like, enough is enough. Yeah, and that banner, everyone saw it, bro. That was a wham tifo. That was a humongous banner. I think you could have seen that from Mars. It was so big. Like, genuinely, from the space station, they could have seen that. So yeah, big him up for that as well. And look, Steve Parish was in the stands, so he would have seen it for an absolute fact, man. If you can't beat Liverpool, then don't lose. Nah, we have to win. We have to win, bro. We have to win. Like, if it was at Anfield, you take the draw. But at home, we have to beat Liverpool in my eyes. A draw ain't a good result. We have to beat them at home. And not only beat them because I want the points, beat them so you can prove a lesson that you're better than them. Because if you beat Liverpool that game, that means in your 2 games against Liverpool in the Premier League, you haven't lost. And that's the main thing. That's the main thing, man. So yeah, that's the big thing for me. Beat Liverpool. So in our 2 games against them, we've got 4 points out of 6 and they've got 1 point out of 6. That's what I want. I could see that banner before the camera panned across it. Yeah, big time, man. I saw it ages ago. I was like, rah, it's a big banner, man. I didn't understand it at first. Then I realized it because, like, obviously Palace haven't been playing great this season. Like, if you look at Palace's form right now, guys, yeah, they're struggling, man. Like, they're big time struggling. And look, they lost 1-0 to Palace in the FA Cup. They drew, obviously that was after they drew to them. They beat Brentford, fine. Then they lost to Chelsea, drew to Brighton, drew to Man City, lost to Liverpool, lost to Bournemouth, drew to West Ham, lost to Luton, lost to Everton. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's too much lost straw. Like, where's the wins coming from? There's no W's there. It's just D's and L's. But yeah, that's the main thing, man. But either way, guys, I'm going to start to round up the stream now. I appreciate everyone that tuned in. As always, make sure you subscribe down below and let me know your thoughts in the comment section if you're watching this now that it's stopped becoming a stream and it's now a video on the channel. I'll be back streaming tomorrow for Liverpool versus Bournemouth. Liverpool going to Bournemouth in the Premier League, which will hopefully be a good game. I can't wait for that. Martinelli didn't just do the Henry technique. He also did a messy ankle break in the process. Yeah, but that was cold, man. I thought Martinelli played well off the bench as well. But yeah, everyone, appreciate joining. As always, drop a like down below and I'll just catch you guys all in my next one.